Good morning. Thank you for joining us for organizing a successful job search, a virtual program of the Allen County Public Library. My name is Crystala. I'm a librarian here at the ACPL. Before we begin, I'd like to go through a few housekeeping items. Today's program is being recorded. You have all been muted to preserve the quality of everyone's listening experience. If you have questions or comments during the program, feel free to put those in the chat at the bottom. Lisa, another librarian here at ACPL, will answer those for you. If you by chance did not get a handout emailed to you, please let us know and we will get that out to you soon. I think that's it. So I'm gonna just hand it off to you, Joanne.
Thanks, Crystala. Welcome, everyone. Organizing a successful job search. It's developing a plan of action. Do you have a plan of action? What is your plan of action? And today, after this virtual workshop, perhaps we can assist you with that and give you more direction. This is presented in partnership between the Allen County Public Library and WorkOne Northeast. We are equal opportunity. WorkOne programs are equal opportunity programs, along with auxiliary aids, are available upon request to individuals with disabilities. Before we get into the agenda, again, as Crystala was saying, there is a handout that they can email to you, and I will be referring to this. So there's a lot of good information in here that we hope that will benefit you. Looking at today's agenda, creating a timeline, planning a budget, set up a workplace, define a specific job objective. What are your strategies? And staying organized. To organize a successful job search, it needs to be effective in your job search today. It's important to have a plan of action. What is your plan of action? Are you doing it 5 days a week? Are you only doing it 2 days a week? What time periods? What are you doing? Are you doing online? Are you going in person? You may have the work skills needed to do a job, but it's also important to develop job search skills as well. Our goal is to help you be more prepared for your job search and have the tools to stay organized. So, developing the timeline. How you conduct your job search will depend on how much time you have to invest. Looking at short term, do you need a job now? The old saying, time is of the essence. Or do you need long term, looking for the right job, willing and able to invest in the time? Many people, when they're looking at the short term, perhaps if their job just ended, they need a job right away to help pay for their bills. Sometimes I think of that as to supplement an income. Some people call that as a survival job. Planning a budget. Create a budget to help you determine how many months can you look for full-time work without additional income. Some people may have a nest egg. However, some people don't want to pull that out. How much money can you invest in your job search? A couple things that I want to share with you are in Indiana Career Connect, and that is at www.indianacareerconnect.com. Not only is that the state's job matching system, but there's a place in there where you can plan a budget. You can, what money goes in, what money comes out. That can help you during this transitional time. Also, if you look on your handout, if you look on page 4, there is a budget sheet that will kind of go over some of your monthly expenses, something that you may want to keep in mind. And also too, our office provides a workshop called Managing Your Money. If you have any questions at the end of this workshop, contact us and we can give you more information. You want to set up a place to work. Now, is it a quiet place at home? Is it in front of the TV? Is it where all the kids are? Is it in the kitchen? Where do you have your place? You have to find what works best for you. There are things that you will need as you are organizing your job search. First of all, it's a filing system. Do you use paper? Do you like electronic? Make sure that you have cover letters, resumes, and employer information available. Email. Many employers are using email over telephone in today's society. So want to make sure that your email is professional and that also that you access your email on a regular basis. Telephone. This is very important. How do you have your greeting? Is it professional? Some people will have background music. Sometimes there are small children that may answer that. So make sure your telephone greeting is professional. Also, too, many times when I call customers, I want to leave a message, but I can't. The voicemail box is full or it's not set up yet. So make sure that you have a reliable phone. Notepad. This is if you want to take notes, pen or pencil. The calendar. How do you keep track? Do you keep it on physical paper or do you do it electronically? It's always good to have which one is the best for you. Along with the last one is contact information. This can include references, potential and formal employers. Again, how do you keep that? Do you keep it on a notebook paper? Some people might keep it in a spreadsheet. And if you're not sure what a spreadsheet is, Excel is a spreadsheet that is very common. And as you could also learn to work in your Excel as well as to work on your contact list. You could do two things at one time. Things you will need. You'll need a computer with access to the internet. Now, many people may not have a working computer or have internet. That is where Allen County Public Library and WorkOne. Give us a call, come in, we'll set you up with an appointment. We'll be glad to help you set up time that you can use the computer. Paper, especially if you're going to be mailing your resume or cover letter, make sure you have a printer. Many employers, if you're going to email a resume or you mail, or if you go in an interview, make sure that you can print off your resume. Envelope and stamps, again, if you choose to mail something. And check all social media. Make sure that everything is professional. You keep things, you can have privacy on such as maybe Facebook. And also too, WorkOne offers a workshop called Networking with the Personal Brand. We can help you with that as well too. You want to make sure that you have access to the internet and printers. As I shared before, it could be at the library, could be a WorkOne center. It may be a college university, could be a friend's or a relative's house, or it could be through an internet cafe. One thing that I would want to share with you is that some stores, some coffee shops may have the internet cafe. So be aware of it. Sometimes those internet cafes may not be private as much. It's going to be more public. So just be aware of that. Define a specific job objective. Things you should ask yourself. What job will I be looking for next? What type of company? What type of industry? What type of product or service? Do I want full-time or part-time? Depending on maybe if you're a full-time, maybe if you're a parent, you want part-time. maybe if you're going to school. Those are things that you want to be aware of. In other words, try to focus your energy on the specific job objective. Self-assessment. What are things the company must have? Nowadays, many people are looking for health insurance. Health insurance costs can vary, so it's very important. Vacation. This is the time of year that many people go on vacation. Is that important to you? Air conditioning. I know for myself, when the weather gets warm, I like a very cooler environment, not cold, but something comfortable. What are things you prefer they have? Do you want the weekends off? Can you work 8 to 5, second shift, third shift? Also, percentage of sales. It could be piece rate. It also could be commission. If you look on page 6 of your handout, there is a place that you could look at self-assessments and questions that you can ask yourself and answer. Other self-assessment. What are things they cannot have? Chemicals, materials you are allergic to, say, fiberglass. I've known people who've worked in manufacturing, they cannot work in fiberglass. Their skin breaks out. They maybe have a sensitivity. If it's a food type of environment, some people are allergic to peanuts. Again, what things to assess? What type of industry? Do you like indoors or outdoors? Can you stand or sit all day? I know different customers, they might have limitations depending on their characteristics. What works well? Do you want to be in sales, healthcare, or manufacturing? Another self-assessment, are there companies who won't hire you? It could be physical requirements, prior criminal offenses, nepotism policy, restricts relatives from working at the same company or in the same department. There may be accommodations or special programs that you may be eligible for. If you're not sure, contact WorkOne and perhaps we can assist you with that. Like anything, make sure you know yourself. What kind of work do you want to do? I know for myself, I've always enjoyed presenting information. I like the office environment. I know some people come in the office saying, I could never do what you're doing. And that's okay. We're all different, and you need to find work that appeals to you. Skills that are needed to do this job. Work that matches your background. Again, I enjoy the office environment, so I know that matches more of my personality. Type of people I want to work with. Type of work environment I prefer. Some people enjoy working more by themselves versus to the team environment. Again, which appeals to you. And also look at wages or salary that you need to earn. Again, want to let you know on page 7 on your packet, it gives you a page there to know yourself. In addition, WorkOne offers a career exploration workshop that we'll be glad to help you sign up for. Skills inventory. You need to be able to describe your skills with confidence. The first one is self-management skills, such as personality trait. This could be, are you optimistic? Are you loyal? Are you honest? The next one is job content skills. An example could be roofing, welding, cash handling. Transferable skills can be a combination of self-management or job content. These are skills that you may have from the very first job up till the very last job that you have. With that, this could be active listening. It could also be organizing. There are 2 websites that you can go to look at these skills. One is called indianacareerconnect.com, and the other one is called indianacareerready.com. Both of these websites can help you look at to find your self-management and skills. IndianaCareerConnect.com and IndianaCareerReady.com. Looking for work can be a full-time job. Do you put in a 40-hour week looking for work? Or do you put in maybe 2 or 3 hours a week? Depends on your schedule. Schedule your time on your calendar. Again, this could be on paper or electronic. You may want to select at least 4 hours a day that you can focus on. For some people, 4 hours is nothing. They might be doing a lot of networking. They may be on the computer. They may be doing calling. And for some people, 4 hours just seems too much. So again, what works well for you? Be prepared to interview outside of normal business hours. Try to keep evenings and weekends open for personal life. In other words, as you're looking for full-time work, also keep time for yourself, family, friends, including wellness activities. It could be biking, walking, meeting with people. Surround yourself with positive energy, or consider volunteer activities to network and develop skills. Many times, by giving back to others or to your community will give you fulfillment. Incorporate multiple strategies. It's just like anything. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. So you could look at networking. Again, we have a workshop at the WorkOne office. You can call the employer. Could be a personal visit, hiring events or job fairs, targeted mailings, internet or employment agencies. What company do you want to work for? And we're going to break each of these down in the next few slides. Networking. Again, as I mentioned, this is a workshop that we offer. You know what a personal brand is? Do you have an elevator speech? Usually it's 30 to 60 seconds, a little bit about yourself. If you're not sure, come to WorkOne. We'll be glad to inform you. There are pros and cons of networking. Pros, you may learn of unadvertised openings. This may result in courtesy interviews. Sometimes when you're networking, you might talk to somebody. That person might just give you on-the-spot interview. You never know. The results are more likely to match your interest. Again, you can look on page 9. Some cons, a contact alone can't get you a job, and you may exhaust all leads before you find a job. So here are some hints for networking. Follow through on all leads. You never know, it could be at the grocery store. You might even talk to someone, it could be at an organization. WorkOne has a lot of networking needs, library. So again, and make sure you broaden your contacts. The next is call in the employer. I know I used to do this myself. If I was looking for work, would I still do that? Perhaps. Just depends maybe on the company. It could come across as being aggressive and bold. Sometimes it's not as likely to be used by competition. Some cons, some jobs may not be available. It may be perceived as unprofessional. Some hints, prepare a brief script for yourself. And it's always good to rehearse in front of family member or friends. Again, you have to do what you feel is comfortable. Maybe you know someone at the employer that you work, that you're interested in. So again, knowing yourself. Personal visits. I used to do these all the time. Nowadays, everything now is going to be more virtual. Some employers may not have time for personal visits. A resume and application are on file with the company. If you make a personal visit, you may have a great impression. They may remember you. Sometimes you never know. The human resources You may catch them at the time. They might have a few minutes. They might give you a short visit or tour of the company. You never know. There are some cons. It can take a great deal of time to make a small number of contacts. Here are some hints. Make sure you research the company prior to visit. Again, you can go online or ask for a specific person or a specific job. Hiring events, or they could be also known as job fairs. There's a lot of pros to this. There's a lot of actual job openings, possibility of same-day interview. Make sure that you're dressed for it. There's a possibility of multiple employers being present. So this is a good time that you can network, and this is where you can do your elevator speech. With hiring events, it could be a possibility of a long wait time. Again, hints, make sure you research the company prior to the visit and make sure that you're prepared for the interview. In other words, do you know what kind of questions? If you're not sure how to interview, that's where WorkOne can help you. So contact us. We'll be glad to set up a workshop for you. Targeted mailings. Some pros, it's a better approach than the mass mailing method. It can have an investment of time and effort, and it could merit stronger response from employers. However, on the downside, the con side, it could be a significant investment of time researching companies, writing cover letters, and following up on contacts. The hint is to send a tailored or targeted resume and cover letter to the person in charge of the area. In other words, know the name of the person, maybe of the department or of human resources. Make sure you know the person's name and job title. It's also a great method when used in conjunction with networking. Internet. I've known people who've come into the office. They want nothing to do with the internet. They want nothing to do with the computers. What is sad is the internet is here to stay. So this may be a time that if you don't like computers or the internet, is maybe you could come to the WorkOne office, go to the library. We do have workshops on intro to the internet. We have a computer lab that you can come and practice on. Some pros, actual job openings. You have the worldwide geographic reach. Many sites have a link to the company so you can research before applying. Some competition is one of the cons, along with postings are not always kept up to date. Also, hints, use the web frequently as information and sites will change quickly. And it's also good to use more than one online job database. Employment agencies. Sometimes they're known as staffing agencies, or temp services. Some pros and cons. Many companies use employment agencies to hire permanent staff. Even temporary jobs can be a great resource for building networking contacts. It gives you an opportunity to see if you like the job. I know before I moved to Indiana, I went through an employment agency for a few months. And number one, what was nice about that, I worked at a couple different companies, learning different pros. And also what was really nice that I liked about it, I learned more of my surroundings in the county and also in the city. So it also helped me to learn more about my surroundings. Some cons, you may have to wait longer to receive benefits. And some hints, identify agencies that will specialize in your field. Employment agencies sometimes will charge the employer, not the staff person. There are important job search activities. Resume development. We offer a workshop on that. Research companies of interest. Interviewing. We have a workshop on interviewing. Do activities that will promote professional growth and healthy living. Resume development. This is a workshop, one of our popular workshops at WorkOne. Your resume is always a work in progress. You need to perfect it. You want to tailor it for each position and update it when needed. Because there are different kinds of formats of resumes, and you want to so it focus on your skills. Make sure you critique your resume often. How can you make it better? Let others critique it. Not only do we offer a resume development workshop, we also offer a resume critique. Research. You want to research companies of interest. What does the company do? What products or services do they sell? Who are the company's clients? Is it going to be more of younger? Or do they cater more to maybe older adults? What are the company's plans for the future? Do they have plans? Are they a new company? Has the company been in the news lately? If so, why? There's a website called InsideIndianaBusiness.com. And I usually receive emails from them on a daily basis. What I like about this website is it talks about companies that are maybe going out of businesses, new businesses. It talks about colleges. It talks about schools. It can talk about various new trends. For example, there could be if a university is doing a research. So it gives you a lot of information. And where can you find this information? Again, it could be on the company's website, it could be newspapers, trade articles. And again, it's called InsideIndianaBusiness.com. Interviewing. As I mentioned before, we do have a workshop on interviewing. Know yourself, the position, the salary range, what type of interview. Make sure you plan. How are you going to dress? Commonly asked questions. Where's the interview location? Make sure you evaluate and follow up. Did you miss any crucial details? What could you improve on? What were some tough questions? What were some questions you answered well? Is the position company a good fit for you? And send a thank you note, or it could be a follow-up, whether it's in the mail or an email. Professional growth. This could be technical and job related. Computer skills, technical skills, job related skills. Enroll in college courses, attend workshops, self-paced online learning, and volunteer. Take every opportunity to improve your skills. Currently, the WorkOne office has a connection. It's called 180 Skills that focuses on the office, employability skills, and also manufacturing. This is something that's kind of offered one-on-one, and it's kind of first come, first serve. And if you're interested in 180 skills, you can search it online, or you can also contact WorkOne. Some other websites that I like to share with customers could be Allison.com, and that is www.alison.com, or GCF Learn Free, and that is www.gcflernfree.org. Healthy living. As we're looking for jobs, it is stressful. I remember myself a long time ago as I was looking for work. I know it affected my health. And the best thing is trying to stay as positive as you can. Surround yourself with positive people. Here are some ways that you can have healthy living. Adopt healthy behaviors, emotional, understanding and coping with your feelings. Physical, exercise, nutrition, What do you do for exercise? Do you like to walk? Do you like to bike? Do you hike? Whatever works for you. Maybe you work out at home. Intellectual, it's good to learn new things and trying something different. Not only do we exercise our bodies, but it's also important that we exercise our brains. Maybe it's maybe learning the computer. Some people will take up a new hobby. Some people like to learn maybe a second language. Social, it's the ability to connect with others and maintain relationships. Occupational, fulfilling work and life balance. So again, employees living healthy lifestyles benefit themselves, their employer, and coworkers. Here are some tips for your daily or weekly schedule. Put it in writing. Plan a day or week in advance. List by day and time of your activity. Maybe first thing in the morning, what you like to do is from, let's say you get up 8 to 9, you want to check your email. Maybe from 9 to 10, you want to visit different websites. So again, what works for you? Set goals every week. For example, I will contact number of companies today. I will identify a number of target companies this week. I know in the past, different customers I've talked to have come into the office and said, oh, I do 3 job searches per week. And that is the average for if you're receiving or collecting unemployment. However, I would encourage people to up that, try 10 companies maybe in a week, and gradually improve that. The more your name is out there and your resume is out there, your chances are better. Develop a balanced schedule. Again, productive activities, healthy and enjoying activities, time for family and friends. Many times when you're not working, it's real easy to stay home, maybe watch TV, grab a bag of chips, a soda. That is okay on occasion, but again, you need a balance. And also allow time for the unexpected. Plan a buffer around activities. Don't cause stress by expecting things to go exactly as planned. What happens after this, say with this workshop, you receive a phone call, employer calls you. I'm doing an interview. I saw your resume on the internet. Can you come in today? Can you allow time for the unexpected? You never know. Keep track of your job search activities. I always share with people, if you contact, let's say, ABC company, write that company down on a piece of paper or maybe electronically. What companies are you considering as potential employers? What's the title of the position? Where's the location? Some places have more than one location, city of company. Who is the person you contacted? Did you submit a resume and cover letter? What's the date of contact? Keep notes. Call. Did you mail the resume? Follow up. It's good to remember that. I know a lot of times people will remember things up there, which is good. But also, if I keep it on piece of paper, or if I can see myself, I can start seeing a log, and it gives me a little more confidence that maybe I need to contact more. And it tells me that I'm also doing something worthwhile. Make sure you're developing a system for follow-up. Most contacts you make require a follow-up. For example, if you send your resume, can you follow up by email or a phone call? Application is not complete until you follow up. Send the message that you are a serious candidate. Can they arrange a time for an interview? Make sure that you follow up with a timely thank you after an interview. It shows that you are grateful or thankful for the opportunity. It confirms your interest in the position. It provides additional information that is relevant. For example, in an interview, oh, I forgot to mention this. Well, by sending up a follow-up thank you letter or email, you could add a few extra words. and it can increase your potential to land the job. As we're following up with this virtual workshop, some of our sources came from IndianaCareerConnect.com, Monster.com, TheMuse.com, and Google Images. Just a few words before I hand it back to Christella. We want to thank you today for coming. We also offer workshops in resume development, cover letters, interviewing, networking, secrets of job applications. Thank you. Okay, Christella.
Oh, thank you, Joanne. There's a lot of great information there. Yeah, I just want to invite you, if you have any questions about materials or help with researching jobs or anything like that, you can contact the library. We have quite a few sources that might help you. You can email us at ask@acpl.info or give us a call at 421-1200. And we do have this is probably the last in a series for a while of our WorkOne job videos. So you can find those on the previous ones on the YouTube, ACPL YouTube site. And I think they're on the WorkOne site as well. So feel free to contact us or WorkOne if you have questions. And I thank you again, Joanne. I don't see any questions in the chat so far. So yeah, if you think of any questions, feel free to contact us. So thanks again, Joanne, and everybody have a great day.
Bye.
Bye.